Emily Schaefer will now present the commencement address.
Principal Clarko, Dr. Ertl, members of the school board, teachers, parents, family, friends, and fellow graduates, it is an honor to speak to you today. Right from the start, an immense thank you should be given to our parents, our families, and the teachers who motivated us, believed in us, and empowered us every single day. You were requisite to the class of 2014 success. I'd also like to make a shout out to Mr. Kelly Hayes McGuire for being the homie the past 4 years and the most fantastic human being on the planet. This entire day is a whirlwind of looking forward and back, of reflecting on where we have been and where we are going. It was a little over 12 years ago that I was a curly-haired, bright-eyed kid ready to start kindergarten. Weren't we all eager then? I have a memory of Meet the Teacher night, where I sat playing with the housekeeping set in Miss Singshine's classroom. Then I remember my mom physically having to drag me out of the room, kicking and screaming, because I wanted to stay at school so badly. 12 years later, and here we are, kicking and screaming to get out. Graduation means that we can finally turn the last page on a 4-year chapter of our lives. But before we hasten on to the next chapter, let's reflect on what we have done. These past 4 years were packed with learning, everything from integrals and projectile motion to John Locke's social contract theory and rhetorical writing strategies. But over time, the equations will fade from our brains and the postulates will collect cobwebs. Years from now, when we look back on high school, what will we remember? We might remember that intimidating first day of freshman year when the upperclassmen showed up and towered over us. Who knew that navigating a square could be so challenging? Life at the bottom of the totem pole meant having few classes to choose from, getting stuck with Brown for color wars, dancing awkwardly on the outskirts of school dances, and sitting in the back of the fan section at games. But we moved closer and closer to the front as we gained seniority, and when it finally came our turn, Jack and Oliver took on the role of leading school chants. I will never forget hearing so many chants about boys at a football game. On a more artistic note, we might remember wonderful shows like Footloose and Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, and when Mary wowed us with her voice playing Cinderella as just a freshman. And how could we ever forget Nick's passionate dancing in every school dance, as we saw at Senior Ball this past week? Then there were the unrelenting days of stress that never seemed to end. Some of us will remember the weight of the 20-page IRP coming down on us in the final days before it was due. Some of us might remember the sting of distance from people who used to be close to us. Just as many of us will also remember the warmth of new and lasting friendships made. Finally, we all can remember crushing Costa East this year in football, 54-0. Each of us has special individual memories that we will take away from this place. While the textbook knowledge is seriously important, our experiences taught us things that cannot be tested or measured by grade. It reminds me of the saying that a man who carries the cat by his tail learns something he can in no other way. Experience showed us what motivates us and what challenges us, what tests our patience and self-control, what exhilarates us and what frightens us. Experience revealed our comfort levels and how we react to change. Experience left us with wonderful high school memories to cherish, but more importantly, it taught us lessons that could not be conveyed in pointed lecture, stern warning, or heartfelt advice. Experience is the greatest teacher we will ever have, and she will always teach us. Only the lessons will change as we grow. There is no doubt that college, the workforce, or wherever we are destined to go will present us with a new wave of triumphs and challenges. The important part lies in how we perceive and respond to them. Eleanor Roosevelt once said that the purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly, without fear, for newer and richer experience. Let us not shy away from the future. Let us reach out eagerly for the new lessons, choices, and unforgettable experiences that await us. Thank you and congratulations, Wauwatosa West High School Class of 2014. One more.
Oh, what a speech.
Please welcome Schaefer Bradshaw.